Yo, can you hear me, Royston?
Yeah. I'm here.
Can I get a hi in the chat if you guys can hear us? There we go. There we go. That's what I like to hear.
Uh,
So, welcome everyone to our first stream. Just bear with us about the setup. It's a work in progress, and we're gonna slowly be making edits and updates as we go. But for now, this is what we got, and I think that's a pretty good intro. How's everyone doing today? We'll see what happens in the Champions League. We'll see what happens in the Champions League.
did they play PSG versus Man City?
Nah, 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 not yet. I don't know. Man City fans just can't stop talking about Man City.
Yeah.
Jokes, jokes, jokes. Anyways, I think we'll just sit around, chat for a few minutes, let some more people join in, and then we'll go through some charts.
Yeah, that's the one. Capital K, Man United all day, mate.
Nah, I'm not even a PSG fan. I actually support Milan, but I'm just wearing this because I like it.
Wait.
Um, let's see. Crypto did like nothing over the entire night. What is it? Look at this chop. Some guys
Yeah,
were
it's been just boring.
Yeah, some guys were wondering why we hadn't taken any trades like for the challenge and everything. Like, why are you trading this? What mental illness do you have to want to give your money to this market? But we're gonna be going over a good few charts today. We'll start off with Bitcoin, and then we'll cover ETH, obviously. Then we'll go into indices, and then I have a few Forex charts I want to look at. But we'll go high time frame mainly because it is a market update show, and as you can see from these two candles, a lot has happened in the past 2 weeks to cover. Yeah. Daniel, Dano, you gotta be moderating that. This guy's
Yeah,
plugging
come
his
on.
own stuff. You're
None
slacking.
of that. None of that in here, guys. None of that in here.
No thanks, mate. How do you delete it? Daniel should do it.
Go down. Don't type, mate.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Embarrassing yourself, Sunny pathway.
He's gone. Laters, bro. All right.
Good.
I believe let's get into this. So automatically, um, right, I'll speak a bit on Bitcoin and then we'll take it over to your screen and your chart and then we'll talk. So
Yes.
currently, we all know that this pump right here has been very, very out of nowhere. I don't care what any influencer says, there's no way you can predict when from any price action down here that it's going beyond this high. This has just been fueled purely on short squeezes, and admittedly, I did have short thesis under here, but it didn't come out, and the PA was completely bullish, so there was no short taken. But now we see we have taken two significant swing highs, which resting above that is buy side liquidity. So after taking two very significant swing highs in the form of the FTX high and I believe this was a CPI high before then, back in September. We've now come to the last swing high before we revisit these imbalances above and the CME gap around 28K. So this weekly bearish order block is where I'd expect the price to roll over and we get some retracement. It's going to be interesting what happens at this 21,500 high, but otherwise, obviously we have a weekly balanced price range here with in OTE, as you can see, in discount and in OTE. So as we know, the market structure has now shifted bullish on the weekly. I just want to quickly come down to the 3-day time frame, where you can see we have the top of the fair value gap is pretty close to mean threshold of the order block, which is that zero point 0.5 right there. And I believe on like high blocks liquidation chart, there was plenty liquidations around 23.5k. So I'm not expecting that the top is in yet. My thesis is open for that, but we should see a reaction off here. I don't believe the swing high at 25k gets taken out just yet. How about you, Riston?
Yeah, nah, not yet, mate. Oh, fuck. Let me just set this up, guys. Bear with me.
um,
No, yeah, no, not yet, not yet. But I do have a level at 23,589 that I'm looking at for price to trade to before making
how
any
do
decisions, really.
how do I get your screen on again?
Yeah, let me come here. And it should be sweet there.
Um,
So go hide yours and then
yeah, I hid mine, but it's just got a blank screen on the edit bit. Apologies, guys, but this is the process we're gonna have to go through as we figure out the
yeah,
software and
yeah.
everything. It's a big headache. Let's just say that. How do I get a stream on? Making an appearance.
How's it going, boys?
I took off mine. There. Oh. Alright, transition. There we go. There we go. Okay. This is now Royston's chart.
Sweet. I'm on. All right. Yeah. So the level I was talking about was up here, 23,589, somewhere around here. If we zoom in, we can see there's one singular FEG up here that's yet to be tapped into. And I also think it's going to trade into it because we did have that displacement down here breaking these lows. So I think it's a very important FEG that price will seek to rebalance. But yeah, basically just waiting for that level. It's been pretty boring, the charts anyway. So
Yeah,
it's more about patience, you know what I mean? Don't really want to be
patience.
making any forced moves.
Nah, you
'Cause
don't
that's
want to
when you
be.
blow your account. So.
Yeah, you don't even technically you're not even meant to be trading in this environment because these three weekly candles have all been manual intervention. It's like it's nothing that anybody could have predicted. It's all out of nowhere. The shorts are getting blown out. Longs are just getting a free pass. You can buy. People are buying. I've never seen it before on crypto Twitter since like the peak bull market. People are buying, openly tweeting about buying resistance and buying heavy areas of like retail resistance and then celebrating when it comes out. Like, how does that work? That's not meant to happen.
And I'm sure you guys, a lot of you guys, especially in the crypto space, follow El Capo. El Capo, the famous El Capo. And you see on his Twitter, man, oh, he's saying biggest bull trap ever, biggest
He's
bull trap
he's
ever. And I
actually
mean,
I mean I bet you even if we trade to new all-time high and then go to 12k, he'll say he was right. Like that's the type of guy it is. You can't stick to your bias to like I mean I feel like he doesn't realize the impact he has on his followers and how people like blindly follow what he says and like don't buy because even though they want to because he says but just because he can afford to like hold his bias till the end of time doesn't mean his followers aren't going to get hurt shorting every pump because he says it's going to new lows. I don't know, but
yeah, yeah,
certainly gets him Twitter engagement. Let's just say that.
definitely does, definitely works.
Alright, should we jump over to the next one? Should we jump over to ETH?
Yeah, I'll jump off.
Alright, let me hop mine back on and transition. There we go. Okay, so currently we still have this SMT divergence between ETH and BTC because this 21,500 FTX high, if you compare that at the same time to the high made on ETH, it still has not taken it. So this is showing a lot of relative weakness on ETH, and it is the weaker pair between the two. No matter what, like until this high gets ran, No matter what people tell you about the ETH BTC chart or your favorite influencers are talking about, it's showing relative weakness to Bitcoin, as you can see from like dominance, which is we should go over that. But one thing that is very interesting is on this Binance chart, we had this was the 1, 2, 3 sweep the high FTX crash. Now, right now we've traded all the way up and have not gone a single cent over that high, which means it aligns with the thesis on Bitcoin of the top not being in yet. I do believe that ETH's shifts structure on the weekly and becomes bullish by taking out this high, and then we get a retracement into this imbalance, and then we can see like maybe these two here, which is relative equal highs at like 1.7, and then eventually this 2K mark. But one thing that people do have to realize for ETH is the downside liquidity targets are most certainly there. Like, oh, apologies, that was a fib. Um, Look at this. We have literal equal lows right here on the weekly chart. Swing equal lows. We have swing relative equal lows here. And then all the way back in June, we have this June low right here, which ETH never, BTC's was 17.5k over here. You can see how how structurally different the charts are. This was the June low for Bitcoin, and that's all the liquidity's been taken under there, and that's why Bitcoin's has shown so much more strength. Whereas ETH, it really has not traded that far down and attacked any of this liquidity here, which means what does that mean, Royston? It means that they're waiting to come for it later.
Yeah, man. They're waiting there. They're waiting to wreck people.
Yep. And just in fact, oh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not on the Bybit chart. It's this June low is it is an exact equal low with this wick here that created this imbalance back in 21 20. Geez, that was all. That was up back in up only season. Let's just say that, which is it most
Mm.
certainly is not gonna be right now. But before I give it over to Royston for now, until we see like the high get ran on ETH, it's currently very bearish. But once we do see the high get ran, I do believe we should see some downside, like this imbalance top here on the daily chart. Like I don't see us trading much over that high unless we want to go deeper into like the lower time frame FVGs in here. But like this swing high is it should be protected for shorts in my opinion because it lines up with BTC leaving this 25k high here and then coming back for the unfinished business later. But all I'm saying is it's gonna be a hard short to catch, but these equal lows and these relative equal lows they do get taken. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise because there's simply too much liquidity there. But well, what's interesting is I don't know about the short thesis. We might have a little retail head and shoulders pattern on us. I don't know if we want to be. I don't know if we want to be shorting yet. Now we'll see how it goes. They'll manage to still get wrecked and the head and shoulders play out. But anyways, do you wanna hop on, Roy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I'll share it now.
Yeah. Let me just take mine off. Oh, are you on?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
All good.
All right. So for this one, the same equals that Gene was talking about. Same with these three lines down here. Look, when we say we look for equals, it's more about the retail logic. So basically, when someone sees an equal low or an equal high, your retail trader will place their stop loss just below it or just above them as they're anticipating, oh, it's strong resistance or strong support. That's exactly what the market makers want you to know.
That's what the
So,
textbooks say, and that's what's completely
yeah,
opposite.
it's literally what the textbooks. This is how we trade, basically, guys. We trade off other people and how the market makers look at the market. So, basically, all the exchanges want money, right?
Yep.
And they need liquidations. Okay, so they hunt stop losses. I'm sure you guys have heard of stop hunts, and I've definitely heard of stop hunts. I've been on the receiving end of one of them, so it's not the greatest feeling, but hey, we learn from it, and this is exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, so
And yeah,
so
you go.
basically with those when we're talking on the topic of like equal highs and equal lows, if we take the ETH ones on Roy's chart right there, um the in order for smart money to facilitate big sell orders in large quantities, they need to find a way to make people buy it off them at premium prices. The only way they can do that is two things. For breakout traders, which when you trade past an equal high, when you trade past an equal low, people are like, oh, it's breaking out. Let me get in the long. That's a buy order. That as a counter to get out of that is a sell order, which smart money eats up. The second is people who are sold short already under the high. Their stop loss, their protection is the buy order, which is exactly what smart money wants. But yeah, that's a bit of like info into like the logic of how it works and how
Yeah,
they
yeah,
look
like the
at the
logic behind the liquidity grabs, basically, like what we use to trade.
yeah.
Um, we basically hunt retail traders and breakout traders,
Yes,
and
exactly.
um, and look, like I've said it before in our Discord, if you aren't in there, make sure you join. Links right there in the bottom,
Yep.
little plug there.
There's
But
um there's a lot of there's a lot of good stuff in the Discord. You get so in the Discord there's a little channel called How to Whitelist, and if you go through a few simple steps there, you can have a very good chance at adding yourself whitelist to our very own NFT project. Let me just quickly share some of that. Oh.
did you want to pop it up on the screen?
Yeah. Just show out Twitter. There's a few NFTs there. Oh yeah, there we go. Here, our Twitter. Make sure you give us a follow if you guys are new. Um, but this, this, this sexy art right here is part of our very own NFT collection. Very important Panthers. This acts as lifetime to our Discord along with a lot more. I'd highly recommend giving this a follow and checking out this Medium article. But in our Discord, if you get the whitelist, you get access to all of our trade setups. You get access to our challenge. In fact, we have a challenge that began yesterday from $500 to 2K. So 4x, that's what we're looking for. 4x, 4x. All right. That should be ETH and Bitcoin mainly done. These are like the two main ones we look at. You guys know by now, like all the shit coins and stuff. It's not really our priority. This is really what we. ETH is our main pair. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, ETH is the main pair.
Yeah, 100%,
There's
100%. It's
there's no
beautiful.
there's no need to trade a million pairs when you can focus down and become familiar and become absolutely like you if you stay and focus on one or two pairs, you literally know their delivery of price, you know their price action like the back of your hand, and it helps a lot in like because these algorithms they deliver differently on different pairs, and it's easy to get caught up in something you think is gonna happen, and it most certainly doesn't. But for now, that's pretty much it for crypto. Until the next stream, which should be later this week. So let's quickly run over some indices. We'll look at ES first. So
Yeah,
currently, I believe. Okay, so yeah, we had a green day. Crypto did nothing, but we had a very green day in ES and Nasdaq as well. Let's just let's just look over ES first, and then we'll come to Nasdaq. But for now, above us on the daily chart, like if now that we've taken this swing high right here, the next raw liquidity could be um, this high right here or this wick high right here. I'm not really too sure about whether it wants to take all the way up to here because if it takes this, it's probably coming for this high, and then we can see like that's pretty high, 41.94. But I was seeing a few charts on Twitter today about how it's just broken out of a year-long downtrend, and all these breakout traders and retail traders were like freaking out. So I don't know. We might get like a bit of a fake out to the upside to trap all them. But on the daily, it's kind of hard to see. It's either we see it roll over from here, or wait, let's just see the 4 hour real quick. This imbalance right here is what we'd be looking at. Yeah, so it's kind of in prime time because buy side liquidity is just taken. Um, if we see some proper displacement under this short-term low in the form of price action like this, something like that, and then you got FEG FEG in here, then that's something we look to sell short on, and that should be the top of ES then, because the higher liquidity targets are pretty much like high like I don't know it may want to take out this low, I mean this high, but I don't know about this wick here. It's a bit far, and we have all this consolidation right here, all of these untapped lows. It's pretty. There's a lot of liquidity to the downside, is what I'm trying to say. And we have this price action does not look like too bullish. I'm not saying blind short it. Obviously, we need more data and we need more information, which you'll find out if you join the Discord. But for those of you who aren't there right now, something to look out for on ES. How about you, Rosen?
Yeah. I'm basically looking at the same thing. Um,
Do
I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
Um,
Do I need to do anything or? Yeah, there we go. All good.
all good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So I'm basically looking at the same draw as Zia, Gene. Sorry. But if we do decide to just pump, these will be the next targets I'm looking for, which is once again very high, like very high. I'll zoom back out on the daily, see where I got these from. So, in my opinion, if we were to trade and take this wick up here, we're definitely taking this one as well.
Mhm.
Relatively equals, same premise as before, where stop losses are there, and that's where the smart money wants to get. In the completely optimal scenario, and it just launches up, I'm looking at this volume imbalance right here. So this gap right here, it's a unbalanced price range basically,
Yeah.
where price seeks to go there as well.
It
So
it is very
those are the
sensitive.
targets on the upside.
Very sensitive volume
Yeah,
imbalances. When it gets repriced,
yeah,
you can most certainly expect a reaction from there. But anyways, carry on.
yeah. But as Gene was saying, and he drew out for you guys, the potential short setup can form as well, and that's what we'll be keeping our eye out from. If you honestly, it's hard to time
Mm.
where to show you guys, when to show you guys, and when the setup is. Honestly, the best way to do it is joining our Discord and getting up to date on the challenge as well, because we'll be
Yeah.
updating you guys in real time. Basically,
Mhm.
Discord's the best way. But looking at it now, we're just at a point where we've got to wait for price action.
Um, Capital K has a question about the Dixie. That's a good chart. I forgot to bring that up. I'll yeah, there we go. Okay. So in terms of, let's get rid of this ES chart for now. Dixie, you guys know, I was looking at. Let's get rid of these. Now, well, firstly, I want to highlight the monthly chart on this because I feel like this is very important. So obviously we had like structure. So I don't like, the one thing I don't like about the Dixie is on this sweep here we did not take this low, which is kind of concerning. But it does line up with like our long-term bullish thesis on like indices in crypto, but like not now. Right now we're sitting at an area of this bullish order block right here, which is it's worth like, you guys know I sold my, when I went on holiday to the US, I sold my AUD for USD, and I considered that my long on Dixie. But anyways, we're sitting here at this bullish order block, which is confluent with these previous highs, 20 high, 16, 17, and then back here in '03. So currently, it's not looking like it's not looking like the best price action in this order block for an actual run up. So what I would now be inclined to look at, which lines up with my thesis of slightly more up and then significant down on the markets, because people have seemed to forgotten people have lost the respect that the Dixie deserves. People have seemed to have forgotten that it's the king. The Dixie is the king. The dollar is the king at the end of the
Yep,
day. Crypto,
100%.
your shitcoins can go up for as long as you want, but the dollar is king at the end of the day. This monthly FEG is what I'd be looking at, because this low here underneath there is, if I go down to the weekly time frame, it looks like this is a swing low. So underneath there is all of the sell side liquidity, which is the how buy orders can get out of the market. Everybody who's long here has their stop loss under there, and currently it's not looking like much of a bullish reaction to this order block. So I'm very inclined to think that they drive it down into here. And if you look, you can go down into your chart and find like lower time frame imbalances in within the monthly time frame imbalance. But I do believe that like this level holds, and we see something like this. If you do want to wait for a sign, you can watch for like something like this equal, then it comes down, sweeps into here, and then fake out, and then a reclaim of that. Oh, let me draw that better. Reclaim of this, and then there's your trigger for long. Um, Back up to at least targets for the Dixie is at least this imbalance right here. Let me that's pretty bad drawing, but it's because it's high time frame, so so bear with me. But something like that, you get what I mean. Oh, I can use the path tool, like something like that. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like this, where you get the liquidity grab, you get the market structure shift, you trade back to the FEG and the monthly FEG, trade back into FEG, and the monthly FEG retest this low, and then there's your trigger for long, back up to minimum this this imbalance right here. But I do believe we should. I don't know. Do we see a new high on the Dixie? What do you reckon, Nora? Or is this the
Yeah,
top?
no. Oh, higher than that.
It's hard to
That's a bit.
say.
Yeah, that's hard to say. But that is a clear target. That FEG up there.
It's just staring at me in my face right here. This weekly FEG.
Yeah, it's tempting. It's tempting.
um, is that pretty good for capital K for the Discord? For Dixie, but well, now that we've gone over that, let's just quickly. We've already been on for a while, so we won't keep you guys too long. We'll just quickly go over Nasdaq, and then I wanted to go over this GBP JPY chart I had. But look at this Nasdaq. Oh my goodness, all of these lows. Look at these lows. These are so juicy. Um, Relative to ES though, there was SMT on Nasdaq, which is why you can see it's rallied a lot much. Rallied a lot more, and this is kind of sus, because on the weekly chart, the next draw is probably, so we have this bearish order block right here, but let's just see where the 50% level is for mean threshold. Let me get rid of these. I hope you
And
guys.
remember, guys,
Yeah, yeah.
if you don't understand any because I know we use a lot of technical terms. Once again, we will be explaining it in our education as well. So just
Yeah,
hang in there, guys. It's coming. It is coming.
it's
We're just
coming.
working really hard.
Yeah, we're working really hard. We're expanding on Twitch, expanding on TikTok, and it's all about bringing more eyes so we can get closer to that mint date. Then we can drop all the juice, especially our crypto specific juice, because that's something that's like unique to us. But anyways, this is. So mean threshold as in 50% of the order block, that's another sensitive level. For an order block, just drop some quick alpha for you guys. There's four levels. There's the lows, the open, the close, and then the highs. and then mean threshold, 5 levels actually. So you want to see the low is rarely actually respected as like the order block. It's usually the open, mean threshold, and the close. You don't really want to. You rarely see it get traded up to the high, but I think on the 3 day. No. Okay. Yeah. So Nasdaq, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. It's looking kind of
Yep.
strong. So my automatically I'm thinking this. It might want to come for this, and I still don't know about this high here. Like it's kind of sitting in the same situation as ES, where it's in this 4-hour FEG under the single wick high on the daily. So we'll see how the short scenario would kind of look on Nasdaq is if it gave something like even so it'll either be like displacement here, we get this, then now on the retracement we can begin to look for short setups, and then one there, there you go. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or um we could have, oh, what is that? We could have something like this happen. Bit choppy price action, but or I'm thinking we do come up first, maybe make an equal there, induce some people, and then we sweep that, get the displacement down, get another leg down, and then we can get that down to 0. For the downside targets, yeah, I think something like this is probably likely. It lines up with the scenario of what we're looking at for crypto, right? Of that up then down.
Yep.
But
Yep.
oh my goodness. If people tell you the bottom is in on the stock market, it's just like they don't know what they're talking about. This is not getting left behind. I can guarantee you this is not getting left behind. It's too clean. Think about it. If you are a retail trader, you are literally frothing at how this is support. This is what the books say is support, which is, as we all know, is wrong. I can't promise anything about this low here, but I mean, like, these are just too clean, and it's likely that if we do roll over, and whenever we do roll over, if we do come to take the liquidity between here and here, this low gets taken. How about you, Arista? Anything for Nasdaq?
Yes, same thing basically. Looking at the same exact order block. You can see it approaching mean threshold as you said. So I'll just be waiting for that level.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's pretty much the index is covered. I don't know. I'm not really a Dow Jones man. I'm more focused on ES and Nasdaq. But one thing I did want to mention is this this GBP JPY chart. It's pretty clean. I have to say so myself. But let's just go over what I'm looking at for this setup. So we have automatically on the weekly, we have these relative equal lows which have been swept, but they're still relative equal because we have this low right here, um, equal with that which hasn't been swept, and then we've got this one right here. So basically, there's a lot of liquidity targets at the downside. Um, we have the point of control of this entire range after all of these highs were taken out. We got market structure shift, bearish market structure shift. It took the buy side there, and then this was the real displacement leg that I was looking at. This market structure shift here, which means for this dealing range between this high and this low, premium discount 50%. This is like more internal range liquidity. I do like for Confluence on the short how it did not trade under this low before seeking the highs. So the what I was targeting is this weekly volume imbalance as the area for the short. Confluent with that POC, but this weekly volume imbalance should get a nice reaction from it. But technically, once we do enter premium above this high, shorts are valid in here. But I'm kind of waiting more for more for like a swing setup to form up in this range. Then we can target number one partial here, number two partial there. Um, Otherwise, Forex has been a bit meh lately. Um, One thing I did want to go over quickly is Solana. I did have this.
You look at that soul.
Yeah. Oh, just for capital K this one. But this was the call given in the Discord for I said to him I was waiting for this 3-day order block right here. Currently, currently it's sitting 203%, but a few days ago it was 231% up from I said to DCA from this entire range down. Let's just say that. This 3-day order block, I was saying DCA all of this. It's money right there.
Tell them,
Money.
Jane. Tell them, Jane.
Money right there. You need to be in that Discord. But anyways, I just wanted to look at this the market maker sell model I was highlighting. I believe it is playing out. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, like I think it might be another reaccumulation leg. Like, do you think this is a smart money reversal? What do you reckon?
Looks it. Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a lot of confluence for it to be up here, but I mean, it did fully fill the monthly FEG and hit OTE. But like weekly is up here. There's a hour 12 imbalance in here, and this is daily order block. So I don't know. We'll see if this is. It's kind of. It didn't go high enough for me to believe that it's the smart money reversal, but we'll see. Just wanted to update you guys who've been asking about this Sol chart. There it is. But anyways, I believe if Royston, do you have anything to say before we begin to wrap things up?
No, I think we've covered all the charts we wanted to cover.
Just give us a follow on Twitter. You can sign up to the exchanges that we're partnered with. Um, all the links are in the Discord. The Bible one's right here. Here's the Discord link right here. And I believe that's about it.
Yeah. Just remember, guys, we are going to be starting our challenge soon. So it is 500 to 2,000. So we
Yeah,
are looking for that 4x. And it'll be the best way to trade with us. We'll be walking through with you all the steps and teaching you as we go as well. So
yeah. On Bybit, it needs to be on the same exchange because as we've seen from this pump, there are a lot of differences between the prices and what levels they trade through on different exchanges. Like the Bybit and Binance had a big difference, so we're going to be using Bybit for that. Unfortunately, Monday didn't really provide any trade opportunities for the challenge to start, but that's no problem for us. We're patient. We're here to wait, and
yep.
we'll see what Tuesday brings. But for now, I believe that's pretty good for first stream.
Yeah, yeah, and remember, guys, we will be improving. Any feedback's appreciated as well. Just pop them in the chat,
Yeah,
and we'll get to them.
it's complex stream like the software to use with like all the overlays and everything. So we're still like ironing out the kinks, and we'll eventually have it a lot smoother. But I hope it wasn't too bad for the first stream. What was that? Uh, oh, new follow.